Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1399, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. Where was the first Disney theme park outside the U.S. built? Tokyo? Who is Lois Lane's younger sister? Lucy Lane. Which planet in our solar system has the highest sustained wind speed? Neptune. Who played the role of the U.S. president in the movie Canadian Bacon? Alan Alda. What is the required amount of years a player must be out of high school before being eligible to play in the NFL? 3 years. Which country features a man-made forest shaped into a guitar? Argentina. The custom of sending cards, flowers, chocolates, and gifts on Valentine's Day originated in which country? United Kingdom. What product that takes its name from a farm animal is a step along the way from iron ore to cast iron? Pig iron. The critical clue in what movie turns out to be a Japanese gardener complaining that salt water is bad for glass? Chinatown. What is the official name for a blob of toothpaste on a toothbrush? Nurdle. Which U.S. city has the most coffee shops per capita? Juneau, Alaska. According to Greek mythology, who was the first woman on Earth? Pandora. On what kind of triangle are all sides unequal and all angles are different in measure? Scalene. What is 007? Enemy Drive No's first name? Julius. What is the fear of frogs called? Ranitophobia. Dennis Wilson was the only member of the Beach Boys who could do what? Play an instrument, drive a car, read sheet music, or surf? Surf. Surfing proved to be a popular topic with hits Surfing Safari and Surfer Girl. Despite their surfing song success, only Dennis Wilson could actually surf. A 1634 Spanish decree called what city key to the New World and rampart of the West Indies? Havana. What is February's birthstone? Amethyst. What type of natural perfume comes from beavers? Castor. Which famous classical composer's music was featured in the film Clockwork Orange? Beethoven's. What separated the slave states from the free states in the U.S.? Answer: Mason-Dixon line. Although it was not created for this purpose, the Mason-Dixon line did separate the two. What grueling Olympic event was won in both 1988 and 1992 by Jackie Joyner-Kersee? Heptathlon. On average, how often is the Eiffel Tower repainted? Every 7 years. The structure has been repainted 18 times. Not always the same color, though. Who created the fictional character Tristram Shandy? Lawrence Stern. Heavy water contains what isotopic form of hydrogen? Deuterium. What year was Elvis born in? 1935. In what type of container was Lord Nelson's body returned to England? Cask barrel. What kind of fruit juice is used to mix a mojito? Lime. In what U.S. states would you find Pikes Peak? Colorado. What is the name of Mr. Crane's dog on the TV show Frasier? Eddie. Who was the first man to reach the South Pole? Roald Amundsen. Mano a mano translates to what? Answer. Hand to hand. It originates from the world of Spanish bullfighting and refers to any sort of competition, argument, or fight. Which 3 U.S. states have shorelines along Lake Superior? Michigan, Minnesota, Wisconsin. What comic strip introduced the metal band Billy and the Boingers? Bloom County. The classic Atari 2600 game controller has how many buttons? Answer. The original Atari home console controller has only one bright red button, complemented by a large black joystick. When did the United States Post Office Department release its first Christmas stamp? 1962. If you had pogonophobia, what would you be afraid of? Beards. What is the world's highest waterfall? Angel Falls. When was Queen Elizabeth II born? She was born on April 21st, 1926 at 2:40 a.m. What event occurs at Walthamstow Stadium? Greyhound racing. What mountain range does the Gotthard Base Tunnel pass through? The Alps. Whose autobiography is called Tall, Dark, and Gruesome? Christopher Lee's. Masses are to Newton's gravitational law as charges are to what? Coulomb's law. What kind of store did John Travolta's character work at in the movie Saturday Night Fever? Hardware store. What country is East Pakistan now known as? Bangladesh. What was the last desktop computer made by Commodore? The Amiga 4000. What river flows through the city of Little Rock? Arkansas River. Do seagulls drink seawater? Yes. What song is most famous for its suggestive chorus of Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Lady Marmalade. What company printed its first mail-order catalog in 1887? Sears, Roebuck & Co. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.